Hey everyone, I'm Kimberly Quadra and this is Emma, and welcome to another video. So, can you say hi? Special appearances by Miss Emma once again. Ooh, can mommy film now? Well, guys, it has been a while. It's been a minute since I last posted my video. So like I was saying, you know, I've really been absent on social media and I didn't really post a video last week, and to be quite honest, it's been quite a rough couple of days. Being a mom is like the greatest thing ever. Like, I love being a mom. I adore my daughter. She's like the best thing that's ever happened to me. But I'm not gonna lie, like, motherhood is tough. It is tough, and all my moms out there, you know exactly what I mean. And you know, being a mom is hard, you know, and if you are dealing with mental illness, that's hard. So when you combine the two together, it makes it just a little bit harder. So these past couple of days have been a little rough, but today I am here. I got the energy to film a little something for you guys, and of course bring you along this journey. I do have a haircut to go do today, so I am going to get ready, but I decided why not continue my makeup series for you guys as I get ready, because your girl needs her eyebrows done. So that is what today's video is going to be about. I'm going to show you guys how I groom my eyebrows and just give you some tips and tricks for those of you at home. I know that certain states are open when it comes to like eyebrow places, certain places are not. So I just wanted to give you guys a few tricks to help you groom your eyebrows during this crazy pandemic. I also wanted to touch base on the eyeshadow portion as well, so I think I'm going to just combine the two videos together, because since I'm already getting ready, might as well just do the whole video. Thank you guys for joining me today. If you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. But first things first, let's get started. All right guys, so we are up close and personal. Hi, what's up? So I put my baby hairs back with my little hairband. I love this when I'm doing my makeup, when I'm doing my eyebrows. It just keeps all the hairs out of my workspace, I guess you can say. So guys, okay, it's been a minute, all right? So my eyebrows definitely need grooming. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of some tips here. This by no means is a video of how to shape your eyebrows. And the reason why I don't want to make that video is because everybody's eyebrows are different. Everybody's face shapes are different. Everybody's eyebrow shapes are different. Like, my shape of eyebrows may not go with another person's face. Like, it just, I mean, they may be more rounded, more straight. I mean, everybody's structure is different. So I don't want to give you guys tips on how I shape my eyebrows or how, you know, you should shape your eyebrows, because I really do feel... She's climbing, guys. She's officially climbing the couch. Things just got real. Hi, Emma. So I really don't want to give tips on how to do it, because I really do feel that eyebrow shaping needs to be done in person with someone who knows what they're doing. I mean, you know, big fluffy eyebrows are in, and that's great, but not everybody can achieve that, and that's okay. Or not everybody likes that, and that's okay. So if you don't know what to do or don't know what shape would look better, I 1000% would, you know, tell you guys or would recommend you guys to go with a professional if you're not comfortable doing it yourself. Actually, scratch that. Go to a professional, period. Let them know what you're looking for. They'll see what they see from a, you know, far away perspective. And then, you know, have them, with their help, you can create the shape that you want. So I 1000% would recommend you guys to go to a professional and get them shaped. Now, this is just a grooming video on how to keep up with the shape. I mean, I'm on a mom budget. A lot of people are on a budget. Some people just can't afford to go get their eyebrows done every week or every 2 weeks. I mean, or you just get too busy and you can't because you have to do life, whether it be work, school, mom. I mean, it just, whatever it is, some people just don't have the time. So this video will definitely kind of help you guys keep that eyebrow shape, prolonging it a little bit more. So yeah, so my eyebrows, again, if you guys have been following my videos, you guys know that I got my eyebrows micro shaded, ombre powdered, one of those two. I got my eyebrows done, so I don't really have to shape them as much anymore, which is great. But let's start with the tools that you are going to need. You're going to need a spoolie of some sort, scissors, tweezers. Extra step, you do not need to have this, but I personally love to do this, and I do this all the time, is I have this little like facial shaver thing. I got these on Amazon. They're like $2 and it comes with like 5 or 6. So I'm going to be using this as well, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So I'm going to be going over 5 steps to keep in mind when you are grooming your eyebrows at home. First things first, you need to figure out what you're working with. So we're going to zoom you guys in. Hello, hi. Wow, we are really up close and personal, guys. You can see my melia. Can you guys see my melia and my sunspots? Hello, we are here, guys. This is my skin. Oh my god, guys, this is so close. Oh my god, insecurities coming right up. All right, so I have my mirror here. Good. So I'm just going to grab my spoolie here and I'm going to brush my eyebrows up. You always want to brush your eyebrows because you want to see what you're working with. Okay, so you guys can see my ombre powdered shading, micro shading, whatever you want to call it. You can definitely see it, as you can see there. So like the shape is already pretty much there for me. And that's why I do recommend you guys getting your eyebrows shaped before you shape them yourself, because it's so much easier to maintain what you already have. So as you can see, I have my shape already. All these little extra hairs is what we're going to take care of here. So we want to make sure that we're brushing our eyebrows up to kind of see what we're dealing with. We have some under hairs here. Sorry. To make sure that your eyebrows are clean, because this is going to be them in their natural state, and that's how we are going to be able to get the best results possible. Okay, so step number 2 is trimming them if needed. Now I personally, why does my camera, there we go. So I personally like to only trim my front hairs because I've noticed through trial and error is that if I were to trim these hairs right here, I completely lose my tail, and that's not what we want. We want to make them as full as my brows allow me to have. I'm going to go ahead and trim them. So if you guys can see, I'm just going to be brushing my eyebrows up here, and all of that hair that's sticking up, these little hairs right here, that's what I'm going to be cutting off. So I'm going to grab my scissors like so, and mine are pointed upwards. I think a lot of the eyebrow scissors are like that. Some eyebrow scissors tend to be shorter here and straighter. If you have those, great. I don't. I got these at like Walgreens or something, which they work just fine. So if you do have the scissors that twirl up like mine or curve up like mine, I like to have my curve facing upwards because I feel like I have the better quality with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just slightly, carefully trim those hairs. Where are my... Okay, then I have my little cotton swab here, and I'm going to just brush those hairs out. And again, I like to do this maybe 2 to 3 times just to make sure that I have, you know, all the hairs that I want to get cut are cut. So again, I'm gonna go in with my scissors like so. All right, so as you can see, if I brush them up, they are not long anymore. So it continues that shape that I have. I did want to add, if it's easier for you to hold the spoolie in one hand, I'm so sorry guys, my daughter keeps tugging on me. If you want to hold your spoolie on one hand and use the scissors, you most definitely can. I personally like to brush my eyebrows up, leave them be, because that's how they naturally fall. If I hold them, as you can see here, you see how much more I'm lifting. I'm going to be cutting way more than what I need to. So that's why I like to just brush them up, let them be, and if I need to cut more, then I just gently, you don't want to be rough because then you're gonna, you know, lose the hairs that you're wanting to cut. But if you just do it softly, it'll help you, you know, cut the necessary hair length that you need, but it also allows you to still have that natural fall, so you can definitely keep the fullness of your eyebrow. Okay guys, so step number 1 was to brush your eyebrows upwards. Step number 2 was to trim your eyebrows. Now step number 3 is checking the alignment of your eyebrows. Tweeze away any stray hairs. And I want to emphasize stray because sometimes, you know, you can get a little heavy-handed. It's happened to all of us and it's perfectly okay. Now I like to use either my eyebrow coloring stick or my razor shape because they're straight. Or whatever you're using, you're going to go to the edge of your nose and you're gonna do it straight up. Okay, this is where your eyebrow should start. Now granted, there are some eyebrow styles or people that like their eyebrows to start out a little further, and that's perfectly okay. Whatever you prefer for your eyebrows, girl, you do you. Embrace it, enjoy it. I wish I could grow mine out a little more, but I don't really grow hair here, so I gotta work with what I got. So again, you wanna go from the end of your nostril all the way up. If you have any hairs here, or if you like this style to where it starts, you want to go away and now tweeze away any hairs that stay out from here. Now, the arch of your eyebrow, if you grab the same position here and you're gonna move your eyebrow to like the middle of your pupil area, this is where your arch should be. Again, keeping your pencil or whatever you're using to measure towards your nostril, and then towards the end you want to go towards the end of your eye, and that is where your eyebrow should end. Sorry guys, I had to switch around my filming area. So anything or any hairs that are away from those stray areas is where you want to tweeze. So anything past this line, this is where your arch should be, so you know anything underneath or on top. And then the ending of your eye is where your tailbone or your eyebrow tail should end, so anything after that as well. So when you tweeze, let's get you in a little closer. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm way overdue. So I am going to use my favorite tweezers, which are the Tweezerman tweezer. I think these are super, super great. You can definitely see the obvious hairs that need to be plucked out. I am going to continuously, however, lift my eyebrows up. You can see there's a little bit more in there, right under there. So I'm definitely going to continuously brush my brows so then I know that I got every hair that I need to. Or, you know, look it in the regular mirror. Or if you're seeing one, for example, and you're like, I don't know if that one should be taken out or not, kind of like, let's see here, kind of like hold it aside and kind of see, okay, does that look like it's supposed to get out? No? Okay, I'm gonna leave it. So kind of making it like a preview of how it would look without it there. Another trick that you want to keep in mind when you are tweezing, so you want to hold your skin taut, and you're going to, once you grab the hair, you're going to pull the direction the hair is growing. Now when you do this, when you don't hold the skin taut and you're pulling it this way, you're actually pulling your skin, so that tends to drag your skin more. And also if you're just tweezing like this, you're not really grabbing the hair from the root, so then you'll get those, like, you guys know what I'm talking about. You'll get like those hairs that you can see there's a hair there, but it's too short for you to grab, and that's because you actually cut from where the root is and you didn't grab the actual root. So you really want to make sure it's the cleanest possible, you know, removal of hair. So again, you want to hold your skin taut and you want to pull the direction the hair is growing. This is going to help you keep the elasticity of your skin, as well as helping with the hair removal from the root. So an example here, I'm going to, you guys see, all right, so I'm going to just grab hair again and then just pull. So, and you also want to make sure your hands are clean, obviously, because since you're dealing with hair removal, your pores are going to be open at this point. Also hold your skin taut in different directions if you need to, because again, you want to pull the way your hair is growing. And if your hair is growing upwards, there's no point in you holding it this way. If your hair, like for example, this hair is going upwards, so I want to make sure I grab it to where I have enough tautness to grab. Alright guys, so I went ahead and did the complete brow. So as you guys can see, it is definitely a lot cleaner from the bottom here. Step number 4 will be a quick shave. Now, I do shave my whole face every couple months maybe. For me, I feel like it gives my skin a nicer complexion, brighter complexion. It also helps with like exfoliating, and it helps my makeup go on smoother. Now I do emphasize on every couple of months because I really don't have that much, sorry, I'm putting my hair up. I really don't have that much hair that grows back anyway. It's just really, I mean, I just do it every couple months. Honestly, I don't need to, but I just like the feeling of it. So with that, I use, like I showed you guys, well, facial shaver here. So I'm just gonna use this, it has the cover on, so I'm just gonna use this to kind of shave this area here, because this is where most of the peach fuzz grows, and we don't really notice it, but until we go waxing or threading and they clean that off, it makes such a big difference. But I, for the most part, will do this probably like weekly, just so I can keep it up and I don't lose the overall shape of my brow, because sometimes if you go too long without maintaining the grooming of your eyebrows, that's when you tend to lose your shape. Now normally when I shave my face, I don't really put too much product on it, but I do need something that's slippery slope. So I'm going to use my Olivia Care natural rosehip oil here, just the tiniest amount, because I'm only again doing the top side, and I'm just gonna go underneath here with the little tiny small hairs that I just know my tweezers couldn't get. So I'm just gonna grab a dot here, and I'm just going to apply it on the area that I'm going to have that much skin, but I really just want to make sure I'm maintaining control. You want to do the lightest touch ever. If you do it too rough, you are going to cut yourself. So again, just nice and soft and slow. I don't know if you guys can see right there. Look how it just makes it look so much cleaner. Alright guys, like so. Yeah, so this is the final look. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eyebrow off of camera, and then I'll come back and show you guys some tips for filling in your brows. Alright guys, so I did the other brow off of camera. So as you can see, it definitely keeps everything nice and groomed together. Step number 5, the last step of grooming your eyebrows, is to fill them in. Now I'm going to zoom you guys back in. We're gonna show you my good brow here. Now, once the shape is already made, it makes it so much easier for your filling to happen. So, I'm just gonna do a quick fill today. Everybody's way of filling in their eyebrows is different. I do like to use the Patrick Ta Major Brow. That helps give the brows that nice brushed up look, and I do use that every now and then. However, when it's just an everyday look, I mean, I just need to get out the door, then I'll use my pencil, and that's what I'm going to use today. Nothing too crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Tarte Sketch and Set pencil, and it also has a fiber gel at the other end of it, so I'm going to use that at the end. So the number one step that you really want to keep in mind is, I mean, again, my eyebrows are pretty much shaped already. I like to define the bottom of my brow, and that actually accentuates my shape even more. So one tip that you want to do is, your spoolie is like your number one friend. You're going to use your spoolie. If you're lining up the top, you're going to brush your hairs down. If you're lining up the bottom, you're going to brush your hairs up. This will help you to really see where you're actually going to draw. I'm going to use my pencil here. And then I go ahead and just brush that line up a little bit, just to soften it just a tad, because I don't want it too harsh. Now see how much of a difference that makes. It makes such a big difference to underline your brows. And I'm going to grab a little bit of my concealer, which is my Tarte concealer, just a little bit in a flat brush like this. Super dense, super flat. It's the tiniest amount, because then I'm gonna clean up my line. Just like that. see how much of a difference, like I really just did the bottom here, but you can really tell that one is just more defined than the other. I'm gonna do a little bit right here because I do need a touch up for my brows. I'm just gonna do just the slightest bit amount right here, as you guys can see. Just like so, guys. All right, I'm gonna do the other eyebrow off of camera and I will be right back. All right, guys, so we are back. The brows are done. I went ahead and did my base makeup because I wanted to dive in the eyeshadows. Now, one thing I do want to add is whenever you're doing your brows, or whenever, like coloring in your brows, or whenever you're doing eyeshadows, I've mentioned this before, but I cannot stress it enough. You need to be light-handed when you're dealing with these. Just because the heavier handed you are, the harder it's going to be to blend it out, and it's not going to look good. So people are asking me to do a work makeup look. So I really wanted to kind of dive into that. Eyeshadow is just, it's such a big playground. You can be as colorful as you want, and you can be as neutral as you want. It all depends on your comfort zone, on what you're willing to, you know, explore, what you're willing to do. Now I'm going to start with a more simpler look because I have more colorful eyeshadows in my previous videos, but for today I'm going to do more of a soft look, one that you can wear for work. When it comes to work makeup, it really depends on what your work allows you to. Some people allow you to be creative and professional, whereas others is just strictly professional and neutral. Okay, so I already primed my eyelids a little bit. I think I'm gonna go ahead with my Jaclyn Hill palette, the first one. That one is definitely much more neutral. It's super dirty, guys. It's much more neutral tones than my other palettes. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. I'm going to use maybe like in this range here. What I like to do is I like to stick with like one color, maybe two. Definitely a transition color on your lid, and I'll go ahead and explain into that. So you want to go ahead and grab like a fluffy brush like so, and I'm gonna go ahead with these color, probably mix this one and this one, these two a little bit, and these are gonna be my transition colors. I'm gonna mix them too. Transition colors are basically the neutral colors that allow you to blend any color into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tap it into my lid, and then I'm going to fluff it outwards. Now again, you want to be as light-handed as possible. Now the whole point of eyeshadow is to blend. It's the blending process. I can have a light color and a dark color, but I can blend them together so it looks so seamlessly, and it looks like it goes together. You don't want to have blotches of color on your eye because that's not how the end result should look like. So again, literally light, okay? I'm just slightly windshield motions here. All right, now you see, I mean on camera it tends to be a little bit darker, but you can see that my color is actually showing through. Any color I use, I like to stamp it first to make sure that the color is stamped in my skin, and then I'll go and I'll blend. Now I do this with every color, even if it's a transition color, but I specifically, most importantly, do it with my vibrant colors, because some eyeshadows, if you guys have noticed, that if you go in and blend, sometimes it blends away. So you really want to make sure that you're stamping your color in, and then once the color is placed, then you can use that to slightly blend outward. Because if you want your eyeshadows to be pigmented or shown, then you need, it's an important step. Now where I'm blending, I'm starting with the lid and then I'm going ahead and blending. Now whatever is left over, I have nothing left on my brush, I'm going to blend it towards my eyebrow bone. Okay, so because you started here and I'm blending outwards, you guys can see it doesn't look like I have color here because at that point I have nothing on my brush. So as I'm blending here, it's like nothing, 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 and to absolutely nothing, which is going to help that transition of the blend to look seamlessly, because if I still have color on my brush, let's say, and I'm blending, I'm only creating more of a line up here. But that's why you want to stamp, okay? Then your color stays here, and then from that color is when you start to blend out windshield motions. Okay, because then it's going to give you that effect. This is what I mean by super neutral. Some places, this is as far as they let you go. If this is all your work allows, whatever color you're wanting, you would again stamp here and work your way outwards, and it'll give you that look of you have color in your eye, but it's not too aggressive. I'm gonna go ahead with like a deeper brown, not too much of a darker brown because I don't want it to look smoky. I'm gonna mix this one right here with a little bit of this one. It's a tad bit. I'm gonna grab this brush right here. It's a little bit more compact because this is gonna stay on my outer end. Oh, this is a lot more red than what I thought. It's okay, we'll make it work, we'll make it work. Ooh, it's definitely a little more red. I'm just stamping. I'm not blending, I'm simply stamping, making sure that the color is there. It's all about the placement. Well, it's definitely a lot more of a red undertone than what I expected it to be, but that's all right. All right, I'm just gonna grab a super cool tone brown. I'm just going to slightly tap it in this outer corner here, just the tiniest amount. All right, so as you guys can see, there's a little bit of different dimensions in there. Now I'm going to add a lighter transition shade on my eyebrow bone. Alright guys, so this is the eye I'm going to do today. I'm not going to do anything too crazy to it. Again, I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. So again, I'm going to grab those two colors that were a little too red, but here we are, living our best life. Alright guys, so I'm keeping it as neutral as possible. Now again, on camera it does look a little bit darker than what it does in person. So let me zoom you guys out a little bit so you guys can see the full picture. Super neutral, browns, orange. Now one thing that I do like to do is I, for the most part, normally like to embrace my natural lashes because my eyes are so sensitive that they cannot do as much. They can do a false lash, but not for too long and definitely not all day, definitely not every day. Just put a little bit of mascara in it. I just need to get my life together, guys. Right there. Yeah, that just happened. It's fixed, guys, it's fixed. Alright guys, so that is it for the eyes. Now the good thing about like going neutral with the eyeshadows or going no shadow for work, let's say, is the pop of color on your lips that you can do. So let me show you a few options you can do if your work allows it, of course. The options for your pop of colors are seriously endless. You could do whatever color makes you feel more confident. You can do whatever color you like. Same goes with your eyeshadow. Again, you do want to keep in mind if your workplace doesn't allow certain colors. But yeah, you can use any color that your heart desires and you can definitely make it work. So guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here with me today, for helping me get ready. And honestly, I've missed you guys, and I've missed being able to play with makeup and being able to just give you guys some insight on ideas and tricks that you guys can use for yourselves. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Again, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and do so. I'll leave the link down below. Keep a lookout for my next video, but until then, show yourselves a little love. Be kind to yourselves because you're doing the best you can. All right, guys, till next time. Bye.